Hi Gemini, welcome to your mid-December 2020 General Tarot Update. It's Raina here. So on December 14th, we are having a solar eclipse in your opposite sign of Sagittarius. And this is the 7th house. This is a house of not only committed partnership, but also any kind of one-on-one relationship. So if you're somebody who has your own business, this could create an opening for even more of the same, because it's a very powerful new moon. So perhaps you find some way to reach out to more people and get them on board to partake of your services. And I'm speaking specifically about people who work with clients. As opposed to just like anybody who is involved in a business of some sort, but specifically if you work one-on-one with people. And I'm recording this a week before that eclipse, that solar eclipse. So that is very nice. And Venus, I think the very next day, goes into that same sector, and that could be good for money from clients, but also for your committed partnership. I mean, this could be a great time for that as well. Where you have as a joint unit there, that you have some kind of new adventure with Venus, kind of love coming in, maybe committed partnership itself. Certainly, it's funny. Oh, wow. Look what two cards I picked for the past position. They're both very romantic, so that's pretty nice. Oh my goodness gracious. Boy, do you have a lot of major arcana cards. However, I shouldn't be too surprised, since you are part of this eclipse, since it's opposing your sun. So that makes perfect sense in that sense. So the heart of the matter is the Page of Wands. Certainly it could be that solar eclipse, which the page can be new beginnings, or the early stages of something. I'll probably title this video "Start Spreading the News," because this can indicate good news arriving to you in some way. Pages are messengers. And so what is it going to be? But the wands that relate to fire, so this could be that catalyst, a new fire energy, maybe a new affair or love situation. With wands, the reason I said affair, I don't mean like a third party situation, but some kind of very passionate type of connection with somebody. We have in the past position the Ten of Cups, which is a card of marriage. So that's the thing too about the 7th house, is it's the house of marriage. That's why I said commitment. And so for people who, like Geminis, who tend to kind of shy away from that stuff, you may find yourself propelled, because eclipses tend to be beyond your personal control, into this type of relationship, and it feels good. It doesn't feel like you're trapped, And then we have the Ace of Cups, new love. So even though this is a card of happily ever after and marriage, and that might be premature if you've just met somebody, it can certainly mean that this is a person who you could be with, that for forever, that you finally have met the one. So if I were going to say anything other than that, and looking at it from a professional standpoint of like what this could mean, I would say especially a creative or healing arts career that you are embarking upon, maybe that you have created your own business for. The higher message is the Emperor, and this is about being in control getting your life in order. And so perhaps it has taken some Geminis some time to stop being as scattered and being more like, being more like focused on what it is that you want to accomplish, and that leading to you being able to have your goals met, succeed, in other words, because sometimes Gemini is usually endowed with a great mind and a great wit, and that can take you far in life. But the one thing that you may struggle with is focus, is keeping yourself on task, kind of like that ADD mind that loves to kind of sample from this and that, and not like devote all your energy in one place. And sometimes that versatility is a benefit to you, and sometimes it holds you back in some way. It keeps you from really gaining depth in an area that you're trying to gain skills in. Oh, and one more thing about the Emperor is it's also about, like, do you tend to get involved with people who are controlling? Because this may be something that you have come out of in the past few years, a relationship like that. And I mean, the Emperor can be the father, so there might even be some connection with the father of origin, the family of origin. I meant to say not the father of origin, but the parental figure that was this, that might have kind of been an authoritarian, and that, even though that is kind of something that you would push against, it still feels familiar, and you still find yourself gravitating towards, especially if you have like a moon sign like Capricorn. It's funny because I have said this before, that I consider the Emperor to be like Capricorn. It's supposed to be associated with Aries, and I just don't see Aries as that kind of figure. This almost like a judge, somebody who's a very sober judge type of individual. Aries to me is too active to be in that position. However, that's what they say. And somebody wrote to me and said, yeah, I feel the same way about it, that it's Capricorn. So I would say that, especially if a Gemini person has a more conservative moon sign or influences, they may identify with that kind of emotional influence in their life, and feel like, yes, life is about your stature, your discipline, how disciplined, how successful are you, all these things. And with Gemini, there is such a love of dabbling, of gaining as much information as possible, which means a lot of experiences. And sometimes these types of people can kind of be a wet blanket and keep you. They might not be bad people, they might not, sometimes they could be control freaks, but even if they're not, they just are too interested in structure to encourage your tendency to kind of want to sample, from life. What crosses you is the Knight of Swords. This may be something inside of you. Watch your words. Watch how you, this is another thing that Gemini has to do, is like, don't be a loose cannon when it comes to speech. Think before you speak. If this is somebody else, this person might be trying to get inside your head to keep you stuck. And there's fresh energy here, so you're not looking for the past. You're done with the past, and you're ready to move on. And this person may try to hook you kind of like a mind control technique or something, and get inside your head, and you have to be one step in front of such a person. Ugh. I had one tripod that was actually had thick legs, didn't like, a lot of these tripods now, they're just like very flimsy, even when they say that they're you know, heavy duty, it's a joke, you know, and so I don't know that the one that I had before is out of stock, and it's just what's coming in is the Magician. Okay, and then here's this crazy angle that I've got to do it at. The Magician is, it's not the first actual card in the deck. That would be the Fool, 0, but the Magician is numbered 1, and it is connected to Aries. So here we have 2 Aries, Aries influences here. So is there somebody that is a literal Aries that you're dealing with? And it's just kind of underscoring that. But the Magician is about you really stepping into your sense of resourcefulness and self-empowerment in order to express your own vision. And that's why I'm saying with the Page of Wands, I get the same kind of vibe. Like somebody who is really looking to express themselves. Maybe this is a first for you, that you've been kind of trying to manifest other people's dreams in some way. I remember once somebody saying, you know, talking about starting their own business, and they were saying, you know, I always was working for somebody else, and I was always helping them to realize their dreams, and I never really thought about it like that. And I said, yeah, that's right. But I mean, sometimes we're working for a faceless company that we don't know what somebody's dreams are. We just have our own job within that company. So it's not always that, you know, direct where we're doing that. And in any case, this is about you stepping into this and, you know, taking part in being a conscious co-creator. But the Page of Wands, there's an enthusiasm for it. There's like feeling really like you can't wait. This is such a great time too in December and the first part of January, because there's a lot of indications of moving forward and having a lot of success. You know, it's important to note that, you know, in terms of astrological timing, it's not saying that, oh, you can only do it, you know, from December and into January, and then you won't succeed if you try. No, of course, you can succeed anytime, but when you're launching something, you want there are times when you just want to get your foot in the door. You just want to get as much cooperation from the universe as possible, and that's really what it boils down to. And the outcome is the World card. So here we have the card labeled number 1 and dealing with you and your expression. Then we have the last card of the Major Arcana, number 21, the World card, which is about endings. It's about if somebody's in college, they're graduating college, or some kind of a training program, they're graduating. They're ending a cycle in life. And there's like new energy here, and there's endings, and that forms an ending. So for instance, if you are waiting to get divorced and you're waiting for that divorce decree, and the Emperor is representing that, what it's saying that in that position, the Emperor, is that, you know, once that happens, it activates your personal freedom, and then you can move forward. But, you know, the Emperor can simply be, maybe you're waiting to retire, and you're just, you have some kind of a legal matter, just you're going to get a pension or something like that, and you need to have somebody look at that in order to get it or to approve it at the company. And in those particular cases, you're ready for being able to explore the things that really matter to you, whether or not you're getting paid for them. I mean, that's a separate issue. But you may be feeling like you're in a creative mode. I definitely get a lot of creativity from this spread. So anyway, I like it. I like what I see here, Gemini. I hope you do too. And if you are interested, I am offering natal chart interpretations and looking at the transits of 2021. All my readings are on sale until December 17th. So you can check out my online store at the link below. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.